you guys have watched the first video on this series where I'm fixing up little minor things on my car to make it proper off-roading and camping ready. And obviously in our first video we did the struts of the vehicle and you guys loved that. Now, okay, so we've got one side in. Now we are going to be finishing off this series of this video with the kitchen. Let's get into it, shall we? So obviously in my first video we said that we were going to do the struts for my rooftop tent, which we managed to get in after some difficulty. Alright, so after a long time of on, along with that side, they are both on. Now I'm just going to quickly pack away the tools and yeah, let's open it. Actually, in fact, here are the old struts that we took out. So yeah, 750 meters of torque in them, and we've taken those out, replaced them with new ones, as well as we then did the unpacking of the one cupboard with all the old camping equipment to restock my car with new camping equipment, as my car was only the equipment that I had in the boxes already were for my old vehicle, which was only set up and kitted out for 2 people, and now that I've got 5 seats I kind of needed a little bit more kitted out, so just kitted that out. Now to finish off with this video and series of the video in this part 2 episode, I'm going to be finishing off the kitchen. As I said to you in the last video, I went out and bought some foam to cut out and to make the slots for all the stuff in, because when we're driving around town or on the track, they fall over with the current system there, which is just a little piece of elastic line which doesn't work. So it's going to be looking something like that, as that's my kitchen sits, as you'll see now in the vehicle. And we're just going to basically use this to cut out the slots and slits for plates, glasses and so forth, just to have it that doesn't fall over. And on this side we will figure something out. We might actually just have a look. As I said before, I haven't really looked as how I'm going to place it yet, but that's going to come in now with the designing of everything. So let's go and do this. This video was proudly made with the help of our official partners, Corporate, for making sure that we are never bored while touring our beautiful South Africa, and that we have the most comfortable and durable clothing wear. Tally Ho Farms, for making sure that we stay nourished on our trips with the most fresh and organic fruit and veg. And the low carb pantry, making sure we stay healthy on our trips with amazing gluten-free, sugar-free and keto-friendly snacks for while driving. The other thing that we're going to be doing today in this vehicle is we've obviously set up for camping. Now, as I said in the previous video, which you guys must keep a lookout for, we're going to be going on a trip to Azefontein, myself and a couple of mates, Caleb, Joshua and Nicole. We're going to be going away for a weekend, but that same weekend we've got a 4x4 day at Coburg with the NSRI. So I need to make sure that not only is it packed for the camp and obviously keeping things light, but also that all the 4x4 equipment we might need or need for the day we have in the vehicle as well, high lift jack and all of that, as well as just a max track just for in case. And so that's what I'm going to be doing today. We'll be finishing off this. This is for that when we're on the off-road, they don't fall out, whether on the road with speed bumps or off the track with your 4x4 terrain, but also so that it's just neatly organized. So this is coming hand in hand with both the 4x4 day as well as just general camping, because it's just going to make it easier. And I've just got news now that my dad, Nicholas, is actually also going to be working on his vehicle today, so we'll get some videos of that as well. He's going to be replacing the foam in his tent for a better lying position in the tent. So let's go. So when we spoke earlier on, I was talking about the kitchen side. Now this is obviously my kitchen side. That normally stands like this when we go camping, but for now we're going to all the way drop down just so we can work here. So obviously everything sits here in these little compartments that we have, but while driving these will almost surely fall out, and that's with everything. Plates as well, they just slide forward, causing a little bit of a like a lot of noise in the back here, as well as just, we want them to stay there. So the plan for today is, we've obviously got our foam, so we're gonna put it in here, position it in there, take that little thing that's behind here out, and then cut a hole here at the top for the light, so that the light obviously still works, because otherwise that light becomes very much pointless in this scenario. And then we've got the other one, which we're going to see if it will go here, if we need it. If not, because of the space that we have, we might use this in the drawers for a drawer organizing system. But for now, what we've got arranged or planned so far, plates will slide in on the side like this just to minimize the space. Next to it we'll have the bowls, which I don't currently have out here, but the bowls will go here in. We'll still use the straps just to tie them in place, and then next to that we'll have our cups, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 spots for the mugs that we use while camping, and then so on. So to do this, we are going to need to get our measurements and cut to size. In this piece is already cut to size as you've seen here, but we're just going to do the cutting for that. We're going to take this out, these we'll keep, but we'll just pull them from the other side just back a bit, or just retighten them, because some of them are obviously not as tight as I'd like them to be. And then we'll obviously take out this rubber so that it lies flat. So let's start doing that. So now that everything is out, we are perfect. All the black foam at the back has now been removed, and this thing slides right in. It's obviously a little bit lower now because we've taken all the foam out, so it's not sitting on something. This highlighted in green chalk is going to be cut out now with a knife. I just needed to first check the sizing for the rest of the stuff to make sure everything's going to fit. Obviously the cables, we're also going to make holes in here for the cables to run through, just so that we can make sure that it all fits properly, fit nicely and all of that. So we'll do that now quickly, and then just mark out where everything needs to be. Okay, so as you can see here now, we've got the foam. These are for the cups, mugs, bowls, and then we've got our plates here. And we've got a little bit of extra space here, so I might do something with that. I'm still thinking about it. And then obviously up here we've got to cut this out. So we're going to start by cutting the top out and measuring that and making sure it's all straight, and then we'll do that and go from there. So with a lot of trial and error and testing and making sure, we've now come up with a design. We did do some more cutting off camera. That's what we have now. So all we're going to have to do now is get a piece of chalk, come over here, put it back in. It's a bit over, so we're just going to cut it in line straight down there. Obviously it's all going around the lighting and the lighting of the vehicle, to make sure that it's still functional. Just going to cut down there. There we go. Decent. There we go. So now that's our working base, and if all was measured correctly, perfect. So now we've got our light. Still lights up the stove, which is nice, and this is where the mugs are going to go. So now all we have to do is quick. Now we're going to lay everything out and make sure everything's going to fit where it needs to go. So let's do that quickly. Okay, so we've got it all set up. This is the layout we're going for. So cups are going to be there, bowl, that, and then we're going to leave up here open to, well, a little bit open because they're going to technically sit like that, for like pepper or salt shakers. We're going to leave that area open to do whatever we need to do. So I'm going to get started in that. We also just need to draw holes for these to go through, and then obviously the plates are going to sit there because they're not going to move once the foam's in, because those are going to be tied down here. Let's finish this up. Okay, so everything's packed up. I've packed the stuff away when I need to go, put the knife back. The knife is what we're using to obviously cut the foam. Very, very sharp knife. Now, basically we're ready to go camping. We've got everything here. This is not going to fall out on the tracks or the 4x4. And it's also just makes it a little bit more organized and that everything has its own designated spot. The last thing that we obviously just need to also look at is, I've got this one max track, if you want to call it that. Basically just to help get out of a sticky situation. I've only got the one which came with the vehicle, so I don't know how much help it's going to be, but obviously it's just nice safe insurance. And we've obviously, going on the 4x4 track, I want to take this with, just for in case, as much as it's just one, could help quite a bit. Now obviously we can't just slide it in everywhere because it is, as you can see, quite long. And we can't just put it on the other side because the other side doesn't have a bar stool, and this side is obviously kitchen. You don't want to do things about kitchen. The last option we do have, which is on this side of the vehicle, is we can always put it up here on top on the roof rack. However, it's also quite big for that, but that actually might help because it's got a nice little place to lie on while driving. It's kind of like slide it through the holes on the side, or just mount it on top. We'll plan it out a bit in the future, as we're only going camping or doing this whole thing in about two weeks from now. So more than enough time. If you guys want to see a little bit about what we're gonna do, I've put a video up already of what happened the last time we went. Just let you guys see it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Of course, for today, that's the end of this video. We will finish the foam, pack up the tent, and basically just carry on. So thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications so that you know immediately when we upload. And if you want to see more videos that you want to find out about, make sure to comment down below what you like. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like. Thank you guys so much for watching, and keep that spark for adventure going, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers guys.